With slow-release energy, try delicious low-GI oats and honey bread from Sasko. Every slice, so nice.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Espresso here on SABC3. We have been making delectable recipes with dates all morning long, considered to be one of nature's most perfect foods. Now, the Williams sisters dominate the tennis courts, but they're dominating the kitchen today. How are you, darling?
That never gets old.
It never does. It really never does.
I'm very well, thank you.
So we're making a recipe with quite a long name. We're making oats and honey date crunch slices.
Mouthful as these bars are going to be.
It's a very welcome mouthful. So let's talk about what we need for it today.
So it's got a beautiful shortbread base with a caramel center and then all the healthy stuff on top.
Okay, cool.
So we're going to start with the shortbread base. So we've got some coconut in here.
Nice.
And some brown sugar.
Okay.
And then we've got some Sasko self-raising flour, which has got your raising agent in it already, so you don't even need to add anything else.
Nice.
We're just going to mix this up. So this is it's almost like a shortbread.
Okay.
So pretty simple. And then melted butter or margarine if you prefer.
Okay.
Just gonna add that. And then we're just gonna mix this to form sort of like a rough dough. There's nothing too fancy about this. Obviously don't beat it forever.
Okay.
And
So
then
there really is no way that you can mess that up.
no.
Okay, good stuff.
And then once it's combined, we're going to press it into, we've got a lined baking tray here. A lot of people, I think, take a bit of a shortcut when they line their baking tray or they don't do it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that it's really worth doing it because if you're going to go to all the trouble of making your delicious slice, you don't want it to get stuck.
Yeah, you want to get it out of there eventually.
Of course, you want to eat it.
Without eating paper.
So I'm just going to press this in. You can use your hands or a spoon. Obviously, if you don't want to use coconut, a lot of people don't like coconut. You can put oats in here. You could put muesli. Anything like that would work.
Okay, so it's a pretty versatile recipe, this.
Yeah, you can tailor it to your own tastes.
Nice.
And then, so this is just going to get pressed in like that. And then this is going to go in the oven at 180 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. You want it to go nice and beautiful and golden brown and crispy.
Nice.
And it's going to look like this.
Ta-da!
Magic.
Beautiful.
So you can see it's a beautiful golden brown color and it's nice and crispy on the bottom.
Okay.
So now we're going to make our topping. So we've got some caramel over here.
Ooh,
my
caramel.
favorite. My favorite.
Love.
So this is just tinned caramel. It's a nice shortcut. I actually like to use, have you ever had boiled condensed milk?
Yes.
You done that before?
Yes.
So my grandmother taught me to do that. Best thing ever. So you boil a tin of condensed milk in some water and it turns it into caramel. It actually tastes a little bit better than the normal tin caramel.
Don't use all of it though, hey? I'd like to
We're gonna
lick out the bowl.
Of course. You always keep a little bit extra because, you know, that's clean.
Good girl. I've taught my older sister well.
And then you're going to just spread that over here. Nothing too fancy either. I mean, this is doable so far, right?
That is so doable.
Ta-da.
Nice.
And then we've got our topping. Okay, so we've got, we're using Sasko Oats and Honey loaf today.
Okay.
It's got a beautiful sort of moist texture to it. It's got just a little bit of a light honey flavor with a bit of oats in it. And when it's past its sandwich stage, you know, for lunch boxes or work lunches, you're going to turn it into breadcrumbs. So, you know, you don't want to waste anything.
Nice.
So we're being a little bit frugal.
Yeah.
And I just toast them and then blitz them up so that they form these beautiful, crunchy breadcrumbs.
Those are amazing. And what I love about the Sasko low GI breads is that there's so many different ones in the range that you could use in so many different ways as well.
Yeah, I mean, in this case, obviously the oats and honey plays really well with the flavors.
Absolutely.
So it works quite well. Okay. Then our ingredient of the day is dates.
Dates.
So we've got our fresh dates going in.
Nice.
Our crunchy breadcrumbs. Our honey. Just to play against the flavor in the Sasko bread.
Okay.
And then a little bit of butter, or margarine if you prefer, just to kind of bind it all together. And then this is just going to get mixed.
Wonderful.
You know, because we're cooking with dates today, you could put, if you don't like dates for whatever reason, chopped apricots. You could put some cherries in here, raisins, dried fruit. And it's kind of like a nice lunchbox snack, really.
But I like the dates. I'll just keep those.
The dates are really nice.
Wonderful. So while you're busy topping up the recipe over there, if you would like what we've made today, which is our oats and honey date crunch slices, all you have to do is SMS the word Sasko to 33728. We'll send you your pick and pay shopping list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making this very deliciously naughty recipe yourself as well. It's so nice. It really is.
And there we go. So that gets put back into the oven for about 10-15 minutes until it's beautiful, golden and crispy like that.
Yum, yum, yum. While I pop this into the oven, should we take one last look at how we made it?
Definitely.
Let's do it.
Boil condensed milk tin for 3 hours. Rub together flour, coconut, sugar and butter. Press into baking tin and bake for 20 minutes, then cool. Spread boiled condensed milk onto base. Mix together breadcrumbs, oats, honey and dates, then sprinkle on top. Bake for another 20 minutes, cool and slice.
That keyword once again is Sasko. SMS it to 33728. We'll send you your pick and pay shopping list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making this recipe yourself. If I can do it, anyone can do it, but I didn't really do it.
Well, you watched.
It's all good. Oh, well done, Miss Kate.
Yeah,
We